I too think in time was worried whether Plains Warrior would be here or not, but here he is. It's all good now. It's okay. We can continue on. He's here. This is one of those questions. I'm like, did he ask what I thought he asked? I'm like, yeah, he did. And no, I didn't answer this question before. So let's go ahead and read his question because I love it. It's so dark. And I'm like, yeah, I think I agree with you. I listened to your podcast about the post AI economy. One thought I had was, what if companies move to AI and there's no UBI for all the people displaced? Unless I missed it, you didn't cover the real possibility that they could just let everyone starve. What are your thoughts on that? I'm like, oh wow. Like they would prefer that you starve, right? The whole thing, let's just go over the general concept. If AI were to replace all work, right? We get the pure robot economy. The goal, and this would be the goal of every economist or anyone else out there, is like we don't have to labor anymore. The robots do this. This will never happen. You don't have to retain the robots, but I'm not going to go into that. Let's just say we get the robot economy. And it would be like Wall-E, the movie at the beginning. We're just fat, ugly pigs. Oh, wait, like now? We're just fat, ugly pigs eating food and being slothful and gluttonous, and the robots do all of our bidding for us. Um, and the whole argument, the economic argument, which I'm not a fool either, as well. If AI comes in and replaces the need for labor, well, then if it replaces the need for labor, that replaces the entire economy. And the concept of a job is moot. Because why do we have the robots? Well, the robots would be to produce everything for us so we don't have to work. And we've truly mastered science, right? We've totally tamed science to do our bidding, enslaved it. Great. Yeah, that sounds fun. Sounds really good. You say, but wait, technically in an AI economy, like a truly robotic economy, there'd be no money. The socialists, the communists say, well, there'd be no money. There'd just be warehouses, and you walk in and you grab whatever you needed. Yeah, except we wouldn't enslave people. We'd be enslaving robots, which is moral. So you wouldn't even have money, right? You would just go to the warehouses. The robots would give you your food. You go get your car into the Jetsons or whatever you want to do. But absent that perfect robot economy, which cannot be achieved, there is still, even in communist economy, they still had money. You're still going to need money in the meantime to exchange the necessary goods and services that robots cannot produce, which therefore requires human labor. Therefore, humans need to be compensated, so they need some form of compensation, money. So what you're saying, you're not irrational, is on the way to this fully automated robot economy. What if 75% of everything is automated? Are humans supposed to then work in the remaining 25%? What if it's 5% left? Do we all pile into, I don't know, podcasters and YouTubers? What are going to be the last things that can actually be, replaced by humans? And so as more and more humans are displaced without new industries to employ them, which typically happen with technological advances, if there's no new economy to employ them, and 95% of the people aren't working, but 95% of the stuff being produced by the robots, should we not then get some form of income in the form of the UBI to help us buy the things that we need? Or, still, I'm sure, I haven't thought it through, you probably still have money to buy the stuff the robots made anyway. Haven't thought that far. But the general thing is, well, if AI replaces all the people, yet produces all this stuff, we need money to buy the stuff, so we should get UBI. Generally, on principle, I'm going to go agree with you for the sake of argument, but also because I generally believe that in these never going to be accomplished scenarios. And then people get their money. We can all be fat pigs like they are in the movie Wall-E, or people on welfare now in the United States. Today, future is now. We would get UBI. And then you say, unless I missed it, you didn't cover the real possibility that they would just let everyone starve. And I'm like, wow, you're right. You are right. There's some people like you freaks are like, oh, overpopulation, global warming, because current popular thing. I'm a sackless nut fuck wonder called Bill Gates. There's a lot of hate too. People just don't want certain people to live. Or you hate, actual like I don't like good people. I want to live. I don't want to wipe out the whole human race. And there's some, I want to say evil, but that doesn't cover it. There's some fucked up people in positions of power where I'm like, dang, I think you would just out of jollies. You had concentration camps. You had the Democrats in the past. They're called the communists. Do even worse than the Nazis. Yeah, look it up. Go look up the Gulag Archipelago. Look up Stalin. Look up all the famines. look at the purges. There's some people that want to fuck other people up, and I'm not a big conspiracy guy or Epstein Island, I know it existed. I know funky shit went on there. I'm not the Illuminati and all that, but I definitely see some people who have the mindset of the psychopathy that was displayed in the movie Salo, which you should not watch. Please read it. You think I'm joking. I'm not. There are some depraved, sick, twisted motherfuckers, and a lot of them are in positions of power. And I could totally see it where someone like, yeah, we replaced the robots and now we can give everybody UBI. No, let them starve. You see this. It's not a line of logic. It's evil. It's short-sighted. It's vile. It's despicable. But you see it. God, again, I sound like a fucking Democrat. The corporations, man, you see it where corporate executives in most U.S. corporations are so myopic and solipsistic that they do not acknowledge there is a human component to an economy and humanity and society. I guess we name it's epitomized in the phrase human resources. To you guys, that you are just Soylent Green. You are a resource. You're not a human being. You are a fucking resource. And they have no care or consideration for, look how quickly they violate the country. They don't care about the country. Let's just outsource everything to India. Let's outsource everything to the Philippines. Let's outsource everything to China. Some of these things I agree with, by the way. Like, yeah, they could do it a lot cheaper and better than we can. But their absolute desire to maximize profits at the not even long term, the medium term expense and existence of the company. Because I'm sorry, you're just going to need human. But you're not going to replace us with AI. You're just not. Some low IQ fuckwits, maybe like the CEO and MBAs and HR, but they don't care about the human ramifications of outsourcing everything and cutting costs and just making shitty products. They don't care. They don't see the medium and long-term ramifications of that. And since they are so hell-bent, blindly committed to maximizing profits, not thinking about, I hate to say the human costs, but the long-term costs, not to mention, well, if nobody in America has jobs, who's going to buy your shit made in India, assholes? Or we can't buy it because it doesn't work and we can't afford it anyway, so fuck you. I think it's maybe not a conscious evil to let people starve. They probably don't even view you. They don't even think of you as humans. They're just not like, oh, what do you mean? Oh God, there's no one's got jobs. Okay, well, at least we outsourced everything to the Philippines and saved ourselves $30 or 30 cents an hour on our labor. I think these people who are so blinded by that motivation, in this case, it would be corporate leaders who just maximize profits, maximize profit. I'm all for maximizing profits, but you got to think beyond 2 quarters. And politicians, I think that would be where your evil people are like, we need to wipe out, we need to, purge these people from the planet. We need to get the population down to 500 million. Why? What do you have you say? Because I feel that way, and it's a popular thing among my elite Illuminati friends. Again, not big Illuminati, Alex Jones conspiracy guy, but I see these clueless, unaware, completely void of understanding that other humans, totally solipsistic. Nothing but they exist. And yeah, I could see some of them both out of true blind commitment to whatever ideology or motivation they have, whether that's Democrat politics or, well, the Democrats, the good, I guess the moral ones would be for UBI, but the ones like, we got to kill every human because humans are evil and global warming, like your environmentalist types. I think them, and then your corporate leaders who just view humans as a human resource. Yeah, I think some powers that be would be okay just letting you all starve. I think they'd be perfectly fine with it. Now, what's funny about this, what would happen is humans would just go and create their own farms or whatever. As long as we had a free market and we could do that, of course, Democrats would take over, put in a communist state. You can't do that. You're one of the, not the gulags. What were they called? They blamed these guys for everything. There were people like ran farms and shit. I forgot who they were. It's not apparatchiks. It was something else. But I'm like, yeah, okay, go produce all your shit overseas. We'll just make our own shit here. But yes, there is a contingent of people in positions of power. Like Bernie Sanders doesn't want to kill you. For all the lazy sack of baby boomer filth that cocksucker is, he is not a murderer. I can't say that about every CEO, politician, globally speaking, too. Some of them probably would be like, you could see it. You could be a movie. You would all give up your rights. You would all give up your tools, and the robots would go and fix everything. And then you'd be like, UBI now, right? And then like they just close the doors. And then what do? Live in their fucking Elysium palace? I have no idea what they do. I don't know what they're going to do without other human beings around. And then they just, I don't know, watch you get killed by animals for sport. I could see a Roman gladiator thing. Like you're just a resource to them. I could totally see them like enslaving you and using you to fight for their entertainment. Go watch Salo. That's the fucking wicked, or don't watch Salo. Read about Salo. That's the wicked fucking shit we're talking about. There is a contingent of people that would just prefer to see people starve. Absolutely. Either because they don't care or they get off on it. All right. Kulaks. Thank you, Natalist. Thank you very much. The Kulaks. Thank you. All right. There you guys go. Link below is a book called Enjoy the Decline, Accepting Living with the Death of the United States. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.